Coming up next, a look at the sporty Volvo S60 sedan. Hi, Mark Savage here, Savage on Wheels. You know, when Paul and I were growing up, Volvos were boxy cars and boxy wagons. Safe, 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 that's all wonderful, still are. But now they do a lot of crossovers and SUVs. But hey, there's one sedan that we have had for the last week, and Paul and I just drove this down to Chicago and back. Wow, was that nice. This is the S60 Recharge Ultimate, which means Ultimate, of course, is the top line. And Recharge means that it's a hybrid of sorts. This one is a plug-in hybrid. Some of them that they have now are electric, but this one is a plug-in hybrid. It gets about 36 miles to the charge, so you can drive around town pretty much always on electric. But it's a good-looking sedan. This dark, sparkly black. It's a little dirty now, Paul. I think they've got a nice-looking grille. Of course, it's blacked out because everything's blacked out these days. Decent-sized logo, right?
Not monstrous.
Not monstrous.
Not monster grill.
We got the Thor's Hammer T lights, right? Here's where we can plug it in right here. If we are in the garage, we'll tell you a little more about recharging it in a bit. Black wheels, black interior, and power trunk lid. Here's our charger if we want to plug it in. That's back here. Not a huge trunk, but a good sized trunk.
Yep.
You know, and there's a pass-through, so if I got skis, I can put
golf clubs,
whatever you want. And I think, again, I like Volvo's taillights. They do a nice job of that, kind of give it a little shape and a little design. And because it's a top-of-the-line model, all-wheel drive, baby.
There you go.
So nice interior on the car, all leathery, or at least fake leather, soft everywhere, so that feels good. Kind of a crystal shifter. This is your start little knob we turn here to get things fired up. It's already started, but of course it starts on the electric. We have this little button here on the nice screen that we can go through. Driving, sound, connectivity, whole bunch of stuff. It's really pretty easy. It's just it's not great to use while you're driving, as a lot of these aren't. What I like to do here is go ahead and put on charge, because as we drive, the engine and the regenerative braking charge the battery up. I can also plug in and get 36 miles of range by getting a full charge. I can also just put it on for power or a pure electric and or constant all-wheel drive right there. So lots of ways to adjust it. I put it back on his. We'll have it on the radio, Paul. I think I got the radio down so we won't be making a lot of noise. Again, nice looking dash. Everything's digital, of course. This has the map, so it pops up right in the middle. That's nice, because you don't have to take your eyes off and look over here, so that's a good thing. Tells me I got 22 miles of electric range, 260 miles currently of gas range. So, you know, we'll take it out on the road. We got memory buttons. We don't have a flat bottom wheel, but we do have some of the other controls on the wheel.
We got the
grab handle.
Grab handle.
A real
nice big sunroof.
Yeah, nice big sunroof.
All right.
Cow spotting.
There you go.
This goes along with our cow tipping here.
Yeah, cow tipping. All right.
All right, we're going to head out onto the highway here with the S60, and it's got 455 horsepower because it's a supercharged, turbocharged engine. Plus, we have 143 extra horsepower that is delivered by the electric motor, and it's on the back axle. And here we go.
That was quick and smooth.
Quick and smooth. And now when I'm on the brakes, it'll help me regenerate some power. But man, this thing, and Paul and I know this because we went to Chicago, like I said, it's a super comfortable car.
Yep.
And it is very quiet in here, very comfortable. Obviously, the electric power is always going to be quiet. But, you know, we get on the highway there, this engine, the supercharged turbocharged, I don't hear anything from the engine.
No.
It was a blast down that ramp. And, you know, is it sporty handling? I don't know if it's sporty handling, but it's fairly responsive. Kind of a nice heavier feel to the wheel. And a wonderful ride. You know, we have not, you know, we've been on some choppy roads going down to Chicago because all the roads around here are choppy. But nice smooth ride, even and we got down into Chicago, and some of those can be really choppy.
Yeah.
So, you know, a really nice family sedan, but it's sporty, it's luxurious, so that's why it's a little more expensive. The nice thing is, you know, you get to ride with me in some of these cars, but you got to ride all the way to Chicago and back in this one.
This is a comfortable ride.
The seats are awesome, aren't
They
they?
are. They're like, I don't know. I've never sat in a seat with this many adjustments and this amount of comfort and support and.
Well, right, and we were saying cars. You know, I feel sorry, and I've said this in stories before. I feel sorry for youngsters who may have grown up always with their mom and dad in an SUV or a crossover,
Right.
or a minivan, and not driven in a car, because these things are just so much fun to drive and so easy. And I don't know. I mean, why doesn't everybody want a sedan if you don't have a family of more than 4?
Well, our last sedan was a Chrysler 200. Before that, it was a Dodge Intrepid. The Dodge Intrepid was a nice car.
Yeah,
But
and plenty of room.
plenty of room.
That
Yeah.
was a big car. Yeah. You know, not a ton of options on this one, Paul. I mean, the paint's only $700 for the sparkly black, and that's cool. But the big item is a Bowers & Wilkins premium sound system, $3,200.
Ouch.
And that's, you know, like, if I was going to spend that on one in my house, maybe that makes sense. But to me, I mean, this it comes with a nice Harman Kardon system to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So I know this is nice, but wow, $3,200.
That's a lot of money for some sound.
So being the top of the line, this starts about $58,000. This one ends up at $63,000 because it's got a few add-ons, including a fantastic stereo. But you can start at about $41,000 and change, and that'll just be two-wheel drive, not four-wheel drive. It will not have the turbocharged, supercharged engine, and won't have the rechargeable plug-in hybrid system. But still, from 41 to 58, that's a pretty big range, and it's a really luxurious, fine sedan.